of Clemson University. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here at 100 Yards of Football. Joining me is two gentlemen who's been with me over the past 2 months and has done a phenomenal job breaking down all the prospects in the 2020 NFL Draft. The first gentleman is out of Delray Beach, Florida, by way of Florida State. First-round pick in the 1981 draft. 25th selection overall for the Atlanta Falcons, my man Bobby Butler. The second gentleman is a very successful high school football coach in Clayton County. He's coached several big-time programs, Riverdale High School, Lovejoy, Dutchtown, and Mount Zion. Football extraordinaire, Mr. Kevin Jones. So if you like the video today, please come in and share it as we're going to break down T. Higgins, wide receiver, Clemson University. Brother Bobby Butler, what do you like about this young man going to the next level of the NFL?
I like everything about this young man. I mean, when you walk in the room and you see him, Coach, he passes the eye test. Yeah. He's 6'4", he's 210 pounds. He's what every coach is looking for in size when they talk about a wide receiver. Now, I like him. He's got the size of what I call the X receiver, Coach, or split end, right? Guy who lines up on the line of scrimmage, guy who's going to get most of the man-to-man coverage guy who's going to, be able to battle for those balls. He's got length. He's got size. Here's the other good thing. He's a great athlete. Mm-hmm. He's a multiple sport guy out of high school. Great basketball player. Great leaping ability. And when you watch his film, he makes great adjustments on balls thrown wrong, right? He can go get the ball. He'll go high point the ball. He's very aggressive to the ball. Here's the other thing I like about him. For that size of a man, he's very versatile. At Clemson, he played all three receiver spots. He didn't play out wide, Coach. He played in the slot, where he got the matchup with these nickel guys who are like all 5'8", 5'9". Coach, that's a matchup I want. Coach, that's what I want, right? And of course, because he's long, he uses his length well. Here's what I like about tall guys like him, who got good speed. It's almost hard as a corner to determine how fast this guy's running because they do everything in long strides. They're like gazelles, right? And so you really don't know how fast they're going off the line until they be in your face. And now you grinding to turn and run, and now he's got this limp when the ball's thrown up, he's making plays. I love this guy, T. Higgins. And here's the other thing about this guy. Some people say, arguably, he is the best receiver to ever come out of Clemson.
Oh, wow. Well, there's been some at Clemson.
My point well taken. So I love this guy. I think he's going to have a great future in the NFL. I can't wait to see him play.
Coach Jones.
Well, any receiver that plays in the ACC and has 13 pass receptions for touchdowns in the season, playing against top competition, as well as having 27 in his collegiate career. Those are just numbers that when you play against Florida States, you play against the North Carolinas, you play against, teams that the Miamis, you playing against really good football team and teams with skilled athletes. The whole deal with the wide open game now is everybody would prefer to have a 6'4" receiver or 6'3". Yes, in the combine, he ran a 4.43, which means he's a hiccup away from a sub 4.4. Okay, that's a little bit of a difference there, because if he's sub 4.3, you definitely ain't gonna catch him. But somebody that big running routes, and just as you mentioned, Bobby, being able to decipher how fast they really are. The biggest thing is people sometimes big receivers think that they're small receivers. And then you have some big receivers that play basketball, and in their mindset, they're basketball players, and they really do know how to body up somebody, a defensive back, as you mentioned, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", for football to make it a jump ball situation. So one thing as a coordinator, what I try to teach my secondary guys is to be real busy in the gut of those tall guys. They don't like people touching. Well, guess what? He doesn't mind it. He actually welcomes the contact. That tells you that he has a athletic basketball background where all that bumping in the paint and jumping for the balls, he's used to it. So I understand why he's one of the top players coming out in the draft. And I think that he's still going to be a top 25 draft pick. You know, yes, we're talking about Judy. We talk about Ruggs. We talk about all these other players, CD Lamb. But this kid, and you and I talked about this, there are a lot of receivers in this draft that are not going first round. But this kid will go. T. Higgins. Can't wait to see him play.
When you talk about T. Higgins, as y'all gentlemen just broke him down, 6'4", like Brother Butler said, like his size, like you say, Coach Jones, the speed is there, 4.43. But what I like about him is what they talk about is leadership. A guy that never complained. Can I say that one more time? Never complained. 27 school touchdowns, which is a school record. Went to the same schools, DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Williams, Sammy Watkins. This is a guy who's got a lot of special talent. And I'm going to say this, to end this about T. Higgins. When I look at his game, and you know I like history, he reminds me of that young man out of Newport News, Virginia. Brother Butler, you should know him real well. He came out of the University of Wisconsin. He only played 9 years because he had to give the game up because of concussions. My man, I'm going to call T. Higgins, a.k.a. Al Toon. Brother Butler, how good was Al Toon? And that's what I'm going to say about T. Higgins.
Al Toon was a great wide receiver. And Vincent, that's a great comparison. That is a great comparison. Al Toon will light you up.
Say that one more time, sir.
Al Toons will light you up.
6'4", 210, about the same size as T. Higgins.
Yes, he is.
That's why I see Mr. Higgins performing at the next level.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the video today, please comment and share it as we broke down T. Higgins, wide receiver out of Clemson University. If you have an outstanding day or an outstanding weekend, remember I said T. Higgins, a.k.a. Al Toon. So if you like the video today, please comment and share it. We are 100 Yards of Football. I'm Vincent Turner. Joining me is my man out of Florida State University, Atlanta Falcons great, Bobby Butler, football extraordinaire, one of the greatest high school coaches in Clayton County ever, my man, Kevin the Bull Jones. Enjoy the draft on tomorrow night. We are 100 Yards of Football.